Welcome tech lovers, Ibrar here. Today we are going to Jenkins Agent tool setup. This is the part 4 of Jenkins 0 to Hero series. This is going to be fast, neat and clean and production ready. No messy, no headache. Devops in Action channel is more focused on DevOps in easy way. You always found complexity and simplicity here. Each video guide is available in video's description. Here will be only action as channel name is Devops in Action. So let's jump to the live without any delay. Previously I explained how we did the setup of Jenkins and Jenkins agent and basic configuration. This is the part 4 where we are going to understand why we require Jenkins agent tool setup separately. So let's understand why it is required. Let's say if you have multiple Jenkins agent, similar here I added 7 agents here, and once you configure the global tools, in that case once you configure global tools here, in that case these global tools available to all these agents. And again, this is the limitations where you cannot define multiple version. Let's say if you want to set Node.js 22 for the agent 1, Node.js 18 for the agent 2, Node.js 24 for the agent 3, Node.js 21 for the agent 4, and Node.js let's say 18 or 16 for the agent 5. This is the problem. And in the Jenkins there is the limitations of the tools. You cannot set multiple versions, you cannot set agent wise. Yes, there is one option, Docker in Docker didn't, where you can use multiple versions, but again there is the limitations. You need to prepare the image for those environment. Let's say if you want to use Node.js, in that case you can use Node.js 22 for example, and in that case when you use those Docker, there maybe you require some other tools. Again you have limitation, either you need to rebuild the image and prepare those environment, either you can use separate. So the solution is, when you go in production ready environment, when you work in the real world, in that case you don't have only one agent, you have multiple agents on multiple server based on their workload, based on their requirement. That's the reason we are going to set up agent here, agent tools here. Okay, so let's jump to the lab and see what it is. Okay, so yes, open the Jenkins and open the yes, GitHub here, repository and Jenkins 0 to Hero series. Previously we seen, let me tell you, agent setup here. Here we added one things here. Let's say we added the Docker bin mapped, but the limitation is the if you want to use latest version, or if you want to use separate Docker version, in that case do not map like this, or if you map, don't worry about that, we export from the tools and we can use those one. Okay, and Docker in Docker data will be here and workspace data will be here. This is similar, I explained that you can point multiple tools here, but yes, instead of using this, always use tools. My explanation is about tools today. So how you can use tools in the Jenkins agent. Let's say if you have multiple agents and you want to set up separate tools. Okay, so today we are going to understand these tools setup. So we covered only these things, and let's connect the terminal and see we already done the agent setup in the day 2, and here is the files. Okay, .env files, .compose YAML file, get compose YAML file. This is the same YAML file which is available here in the readme file here. This is the same compose YAML file, and again this is the separate I added here for you. Okay, so again jump to the readme, and yes, we are going to create a new shell script on the terminal here on the agent where my agent is. Okay, so let's create tools.setup and copy it, paste it. Okay, and save it. Let me tell you here I added tools dir. Tools dir is my current working directory and where we want to pass these tools. Again let me tell you, compose file. So in compose file we added workspace path, tools path here. Okay, this is the tools path. So Jenkins Agent data dir, this is the current working directory from the dot means it's current working directory, and Jenkins data dir, and after that tools. When you go here Jenkins Agent data dir tools and type pwd, current working directory will be like home, user, demo, Jenkins Agent data dir tools. So I mapped this tools path here. Okay, and we are going to use multiple version here. Let's say in your environment there is not exact requirement, but you can match similar things for your setup. Okay, let's say I just prepared a demo for you that Gradle version I used, Maven version used, JDK, Docker Buildx, Node 22, Node 20. Here you need to see that I added 2 node version, so I can switch anytime. And yarn version. Similar, you can add multiple things, multiple tools here, whichever you required, right? So this is the guide for you where you can add multiple tools from your own requirement, right? And after that directory setup doing, it's creating the first, it's removing the directory. If it have any things, then creating the directory and entering there, and after that installing the tools. Okay, Buildx, Gradle, Maven, JDK, Node.js 22, Node.js 20, yarn version, environment setup, and after this you need to do let's say this permission, and oops, I added. Okay, here I need to set, and basically this tool setup requires sudo mode. So here you need to run like sudo and tool setup. So I am not in sudo user, that's the reason we require sudo. So it started the installation. Okay, once installation done, then you need to restart Jenkins. Okay, so let's wait for the installation. And here I added some print information after the version installation, and in the shell script I exported the environment setup. Okay, similar, you can add multiple tools and remove these tools if not required in your environment. This is the very helpful when you are working with multiple agents, and agents required a specific tool, a specific version, you can maintain like this, right? So let's see on the terminal. Yes, Node.js 20, yarn 20, printed information. So you can see here all the installation done. Let's ls, and after that tools, here you can see all version available there. Okay, all installation path available there. Okay, which I exported here, you can see here. right, in this path. Now it's done, but when you go in the agent will not pick up. Why not pick up? Because let me tell you here, once you go inside the container and cd/tools, and here you can see there is nothing. For that you need to restart Docker container. Okay, for that let's say I am restarting the Docker container, and again when you go inside the container again and cd tools and ls, now you can see all these things available. I mentioned those things here: restart Jenkins required, okay, Docker restart and Jenkins container name. So I used the shortcut here dcdrt, that is again a script made by me. So if you want to see what is this, then you have to go on my YouTube channel, and that is very powerful tool. When you go in the playlist and see one video, Devops power tools. So Devops power tools provide you a very powerful things to you, okay, where you use multiple shortcut, you can customize your shortcut, you can do whatever you want, okay. After that, let's say it's done, okay, it's done on the agent, and this is the agent. Let me tell you, this is the sg, this is the sg agent, right? On the sg agent tools available, okay. So let's use it. When you want to use, in that case you need to define in your pipeline. Let's say there is multiple tools here, node 22, node 20. At once you cannot use here, okay. At once you can use only one node version. Here I added only 22, but if you want, replace it node 22 to 20 because you defined here. Similarly, you can use multiple version of any tools, okay. So I want to see you here the exact pipeline how we are working it, okay. So for that I am copying this one and create the new pipeline. Let's say print tool information, print agent tools setup information, okay, and select the pipeline, click on the OK, and here paste it and save it. This is the example which I prepared. And one more thing here I added for you, here agent label mentioned as sg. So I did the setup on the sg agent. This is the sg agent which I did the setup here, okay. You can see the agent setup in the day 2 how we can do, right? And after that, once you run this code, okay, build now, and you can see what happened here. One more thing here, let me open my mail, so we will see here. You can see here this is started, and job, let me explain the job first one. Here what I did, I exported the same thing here, okay, and after that I added options to print timestamp and did checkout of my GitHub 0 to hero series, and after that verifying tools version, and after that just printing the build. Let's say if you have Gradle build, Maven build, you can do whatever you want, and some test stages. Again it's printed the simple things, not used actually the things, because my purpose is to explain you the tools, that's the reason. And Docker build and push, just added example for you, okay. So After that did the cleanup, and upon success failure always I added some information here. Okay, so once you jump here, this is the verifying installation tool. The tools you can see already. So all tools information here. Let's say Java version available here, Maven version available here, Gradle, and Node 22, Yarn 1.22, Docker version, Docker Buildx version, and all information available here. Rest of the things just IE code, and after that sent mail. So when you go here, you can see the mail of Jenkins build success print agent tool setup, and this is the job 1. Here we run the job 1, right? On the top you can see this is the job 1. This is the job 1. So we got mail here, good news, the build successfully, check out this kind of information. Okay, again this is the same link which we are working here, right? And similarly you can change your tools in your environment. You can use multiple agents, multiple places, and you can do whatever you want, right? That's it, I think, for this part. And let me know what you guys think. If you have any question, leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day ahead. See you in the next video.